Durham, Kansas. Durham is a city in Marion County, Kansas, United States. As of the 2010 census, the city population was 112. The city took its name from Durham cattle. For many millennia, the Great Plains of North America was inhabited by nomadic Native Americans. From the 16th century to 18th century, the Kingdom of France claimed ownership of large parts of North America. In 1762, after the French and Indian War, France secretly ceded New France to Spain, per the Treaty of Fontainebleau. In 1802, Spain returned most of the land to France. In 1803, most of the land for modern-day Kansas was acquired by the United States from France as part of the 828,000 square mile Louisiana Purchase for 2.83 cents per acre. In 1806, Zebulon Pike led the Pike Expedition westward from St. Louis, Missouri, of which part of their journey followed the Cottonwood River through Marion County near the current cities of Florence, Marion, Durham. From the 1820s to the 1870s, one of the most significant land routes in the United States was the Santa Fe Trail. It was located about 1 mile northwest of Durham. The trail was active across Marion County from 1821 to 1866. In 1854, the Kansas Territory was organized, then in 1861 Kansas became the 34th U.S. state. In 1855, Marion County was established within the Kansas Territory, which included the land for modern-day Durham. In 1887, the Chicago, Kansas and Nebraska Railway built a main line from Harrington through Durham to Pratt. In 1888, this line was extended to Liberal. Later, it was extended to Tucumcari, New Mexico, and El Paso, Texas. It foreclosed in 1891 and taken over by Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Railway, which shut down in 1980 and reorganized as Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas Railroad, merged in 1988 with Missouri Pacific Railroad, and finally merged in 1997 with Union Pacific Railroad. Most locals still refer to this railroad as the Rock Island. A post office was established in Durham Park on June 22, 1874, then it was moved to the community of Durham on September 19, 1887, around the time the new railroad was built through the area. In 1906, Durham incorporated as a city. In 1962, James C. Donahue established the Donahue Corporation, maker of farm implement carriers, and has grown to a 40,000 sq-foot facility. They have built and distributed over 50,000 implement carriers. It currently is located approximately 0.5 mile northeast of Durham on 290th St. Durham is located at 38°2904 and 97°1338 W/38.484392° and 97.227337° W/38.484392, -97.227337. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 0.20 square miles, all of it land. The climate in this area is characterized by hot, humid summers and generally mild to cool winters. According to the Köppen climate classification system, Durham has a humid subtropical climate, abbreviated CFA on climate maps. Durham has one listing on the National Register of Historic Places. As of the census of 2010, there were 112 people, 48 households, and 34 families residing in the city. The population density was 560.0 inhabitants per square mile. There were 65 housing units at an average density of 325.0 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 99.1% white and 0.9% from other races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 4.5% of the population. There were 48 households of which 25.0% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 66.7% were married couples living together, 4.2% had a female householder with no husband present, and 29.2% were non-families. 25.0% of all households were made up of individuals and 12.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.33 and the average family size was 2.79. The median age in the city was 47 years. 20.5% of residents were under the age of 18, 5.5% were between the ages of 18 and 24, 22.4% were from 25 to 44, 27.7% were from 45 to 64, and 24.1% were 65 years of age or older. The gender makeup of the city was 51.8% male and 48.2% female. As of the census of 2000, there were 114 people, 51 households, and 29 families residing in the city. The population density was 541.7 people per square mile. There were 64 housing units at an average density of 304.1 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 98.25% white and 1.75% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 0.88% of the population. There were 51 households out of which 27.5% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 45.1% were married couples living together, 9.8% had a female householder with no husband present, and 41.2% were non-families. 37.3% of all households were made up of individuals and 25.5% had someone living alone who is 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.24 and the average family size was 2.87. In the city, the population was spread out with 23.7% under the age of 18, 6.1% from 18 to 24, 19.3% from 25 to 44, 29.8% from 45 to 64, and 21.1% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 46 years. For every 100 females, there were 100.0 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 77.6 males. As of 2000, the median income for a household in the city was $26,875, and the median income for a family was $47,917. Males had a median income of $28,000 versus $25,625 for females. The per capita income for the city was $16,402. No families and 3.1% of the population were below the poverty line, including none under the age of 18 and over age 65. Durham is home of Donahue Corporation, Jason Weeb Dairy, Main Street Cafe, G&R Implement, Agri Trails Co-op. The Durham government consists of a mayor and 5 council members. The council meets the first Tuesday after the first Monday of each month at 7 p.m. Durham is part of $410. The high school is a member of TEEN, a shared video teaching network between 5 area high schools. All students attend schools in Hillsborough. Durham schools were closed through school unification. The Durham Hornets won the Kansas State High School Boys Class BB Basketball Championship in 1963. K-15 highway runs along the east side of the city. Durham is served by the Union Pacific Railroad, formerly the Southern Pacific, and prior, the Chicago, Rock Island and Pacific Railroad. Durham is located on UP's Golden State Main Line to El Paso, Texas. A Union Pacific local still serves the Durham elevator during the Kansas summer harvests. The line was originally built by the Chicago, Kansas, and Nebraska Railroad.